Good afternoon, Mario and students. Today is Monday, the 13th October 2025. It is 3:37 p.m. and I have just started our Monday and Wednesday 3:30 class recording. As class 1, we have to go over the update that wasn't written on platform on Thursday or Friday as usual because I needed to talk to a student this morning, and it was impossible to reach this student last week because he was swamped starting his internship, and I wanted to double check some activities that we did or we didn't before I wrote the update. So I will ask Mario to read the update for us. So we are gonna go slowly over the update, okay? It is a massive and very important update. Let's go, Mario.
Dear students, this is the weekly update regarding week 11. There are several important news. Last week, classes will be finally uploaded to the YouTube channels. Due to an incident, I needed to upload them to a different place than the usual channel so that you could follow the pace of the course. Fortunately, the incident is over and everything is back to normal. Your classes will be found at your regular channels as usual again.
Just a sec. So in fact, when I wrote this, I was still uploading because I had Wednesday and Thursday more than 8 classes because I am providing more than one recording per group because of the several levels that are on now. So I provided probably 2 recordings per group. Okay. So just let me fix this. Last week classes have been finally uploaded to the channel. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Thank you. That's it.
I didn't write an update last Friday because I wanted to double check something with some students from Monday groups who had a heavier workload last week. My doubts are solved and I can finally proceed with the update. All the groups had at least 2 essays mock exams last week and had their essays corrected live or over the weekend. If your correction is pending, make sure to reset your document with me again. This means the writing practice period is officially over and the final writing exam is open on the platform. Note, this is a multiple choice exam about the theory we studied during the classes. Refer to this document content about essays, email, and sentences to prepare for this exam. You have until October 13th.
30th.
30th. A
Okay.
13.
So that's it. All the content from the classes, explanations, it might be from explanations, it might be from things that are written for content that is written on the document, but everything that the exam is about is on the document. All
Mhm.
right.
From now on, we will have speaking practices in class, focusing on the TOEIC exam format. It would be nice practice shadowing or reading the specific vocabulary list all over this document. Control F to find them. The,
Mm-hmm.
li- the live speaking exam must be scheduled by every student using the Calendly link provided on Class Live and followed by the realization of the final oral exam task on the platform as well. Remember to properly deliver your task. No one will sit the speaking exam unless all exams are completed on Class Live. The last call was open today until November 2nd, 23 59 p.m. as the speaking exam start on Monday the 3rd. Unfortunately, this is not negotiable. Remember, you can have digital official acknowledgement and proof of attendance letters provided upon request. Instructions are on week 7 and 8. Update on our main wall on Class Live.
Just a sec. Okay, this is for the students that normally just watch the classes. I can recall some of their names, but normally the students that keep in touch with me, they share documents and we keep chatting using the comments on the document. They normally come to the speaking exams without any problem. However, I am showing this to every recording so you can understand what's happening. This is what is happening. Okay, I have 113 students, and so far I have 30 students scheduled for the exams. What is very likely to happen, what is probably going to happen, is that the students will see the red alert in here. When this becomes orange and red, the students get desperate and they go to the calendar link, and then they don't have the time they need, and everything is a mess. So please take the time to carefully consider your speaking exam, because your diploma cannot be printed unless you finish all your master's subject. It is not fastness from Lucy. This is one more subject on your master. It is a mandatory subject. And although English is not your favorite subject, I know, but we have to do it. So let's do it within the timing so that it's smoother for you. It's on your own benefit. All right, students, please try to do it as soon as possible so you avoid problems in the future. All right. Okay, and sorry. And as it is written here, when the student come, I will have my list and I will check if the student has or hasn't done all completed all the exams. If the student has not completed all the exams, the student will not sit the speaking exam. Period. Because we cannot lose time with a task so simple as a speaking exam that lasts 20 minutes. So I think that everybody can find a 20 minutes slot in a whole week. Please continue, Mario.
There won't be classes next week on Tuesday, October 21st and Wednesday, October 22nd. Instead, you will do async work in which you can either do your pending exam on platform or write more essays and share your documents to have them corrected.
Okay, so one more chance for you. So even though you have until the 2nd of November, I am granting 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, so that you can either practice more. For example, if Mario wants to share one more writing, he's free to do it. If not, he can do his writing exam using his class time to do it, revise a specific vocabulary, revise the speaking tips and and parts breakdowns. For example, you can do what you please. These 2 days are for you to try to catch and do everything you need. Maybe send me a message saying, I need this, I need that, I need the other thing, and I will try to help the most that I can. Okay? Any
Mhm.
questions, Mario?
No, I was just checking that I have all my exams done.
Okay. All right. And the exams, if the students, because it is possible that the students have never entered the platform, it wouldn't be the first time. So as soon as they see as soon as they read a meaningful update like this, they will probably write the managers. But I have already I have already written to the managers. The managers are informed. They are in case of that. Everybody's in case of that. And this is the way we are trying to foster doing the task was doing your tasks when you're supposed to, so that you can smoothly finish your master. And I know English is not the favorite subject of many, but it is what it is. So if you have never entered the course, you will find the subject over here, and all your final assessment is on content, in content, contenidos. The recordings are here. And your final assessment for the English subject is in here. All these exams have been programmed until the 2nd of November, 2nd November, 2nd November. And these are scheduled until, let me check the expiration date of this.
21st.
The 21st November. Why is that? Because then we start the mock exams in class, and we would have one more week, right? So now I think I can leave until the 26th.
Of November, not
Even
October.
yeah. Oh, sorry. No, of October, because the exams, the live
Also,
exams, the live exams start on the 3rd, right?
mhm.
So they should have scheduled their exams until the 27th, more or less.
So the date is wrong because
That
it's that
that they this this should be yeah. I know. I know why it is like that. It is because we start the exams in here, but if they don't schedule the exam in time, I must leave this open. Otherwise, they will write to the managers. I have just learned my schedule and I need to schedule my exam. And then I need to open and reopen and close and reopen the exam all the time. That's why it is like
mhm,
that.
mhm.
Now I remember. Okay, so the calendar is available until the 21st 11th. Sorry, the 21st November. And the task, the same. Okay, so it's everything all right. Your final writing exam is available until the 2nd, like all the others. If the students are following the course just like Mario, probably the only thing he has pending to do is this one here.
Yeah.
And when the speaking exams start, we are going to have the final exam for the course. And that exam will be done between the 3rd November and the 1st December when your course officially finishes. Reminding everybody that you can keep sharing your documents, asking for help, asking for corrections during the whole course. It is all right. Okay, so I think that's all regarding the update, right? If there are no more questions, your speaking practices are officially started. For that, I have created a document that we are going to use until the end of course. And the document is this one. The speaking tips and parts breakdowns. Breakdowns means explanations. Welcome to your official TOEIC speaking exam tips document. General overview video. This is a very summarized overview over the whole speaking exam. I will pause once in a while and uh, mm, stretch a little bit. Okay? So let's watch this. Share sound. And of course, if you have a question, just raise your hand, okay?
In this video, I'm going to give you an overview.
Oi, where is the video? Sharing sound? Yeah. All right.
In this video, I'm going to give you an overview of TOEIC speaking. TOEIC speaking has 5 different tasks. Read a text aloud, describe a picture, respond to a question using information, and express an opinion.
Okay, these are the 5 kinds of tasks. That doesn't mean the number of questions. This is question 1 and 2. This is questions 3 and 4. These are questions 5, 6, and 7. These are questions 7, 8, and 9. Sorry, 8, 9, and 10. And this is question 11. As usual, express an opinion, 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 opinion. The opinion is the main word in TOEIC, especially for the speaking and writing practices. You have heard this word like a million times. And again, in here, it is very important to have a precise opinion and go straight to the task. Let's break down.
Number 1, read a text aloud. So make sure you read the instructions. They say read the text aloud. You have 45 seconds to prepare your response. Then you'll have 45 seconds to read the text aloud. So you'll have 45 seconds to prepare to read this text and 45 seconds to read it properly and clearly. Read the text aloud. Speak with clear pronunciation, correct word stress, and rhythm. I recommend in the first 45 seconds you actually whisper it aloud. And then when the recording starts, you read it as clearly as you possibly can. Not too slowly, not too quickly, and with lots of rhythm. Number 2.
Okay, important. I completely agree with him. It is good to whisper during the preparation time because you can more or less calculate if you have time or not within the given time. You are supposed to, but it is never too much to train. Remember that whisper is whisper. Whisper is not reading aloud. It is softly whispering to yourself, I'd like to thank you all for coming along to hear our speaker. And then in my case, I try to look for the words. For example, there are not difficult words at all in here, but maybe the students would say that strengths is a difficult word, for example, or maybe the names can be a bit tricky. Ailen Fang, for example, right? So, or maybe the students don't know what is a kidney, doctor. Kidney is, oh my God, in Spanish. The organ that there are two that filter our liquids. They are our, in Catalan is ronyons, but I don't
Riñón.
know. Riñon. Yes, riñon. Thank you. So maybe the student don't know what is a kidney doctor. Un doctor de riñón, right? But remember, you are just reading. You don't need to understand everything you are reading. So if an unknown word shows up, it's all right. Just try to use your knowledge and try to read the sounds as you are supposed to. Okay? What I do for example, B2 and C1 students that may come across a different word, let's imagine that in this case the different word is strength or strengths. So when I train or when I record videos to send to the students, I normally whisper looking for the most difficult words or the tongue twisters, los trabalenguas, because the readings normally bring tongue twisters, reading research papers. So normally they put this kind of sounds together because they know Spanish students struggle with R's, reading research, right? So it's not as simple as it seems. There are traps all through the exam, and if you know the traps, you can better prepare for them. All right? So in this case, and as he well says, you don't need to read fast. I repeat, C1 students, you don't need to apply F1 speed to show your level. You don't. You want to read clearly. You want excellent pronunciation. You want excellent stress, rhythm, and delivery tone. Imagine we are reading a funeral invitation. The delivery tone is different. Let's imagine we are reading a retirement party invitation. The delivery tone is different. So it's like a set of features that you have to apply to your reading. All right? Questions?
No.
All right. Let's go with the next.
The rhythm. Number 2, describe a picture. So let's focus on the instructions. They say, describe the picture in as much detail as you can. You have 30 seconds to prepare your response. Then you'll have 30 seconds to speak about the picture. So when you're preparing to speak, focus on the picture. What can you see? What things can you see? Also, what is happening?
Important. He is suggesting a brainstorming. What can you see? What's happening? Students, especially the ones looking for the B2 because you are probably in the B1 area. Many students are used to say, I can see na 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 in the picture. Or in the picture, I can see na 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 na. Let's take this picture as an example. If you were applying for an exam, for a TOEIC exam, and you come across a picture like this, and you limit yourself to describe using vocabulary listing, you are dead with a picture like this. Because all you can see here are heads, hands, watches, and mobile phones, nothing else. So if you say, in this picture, I can see a lot of people raising their arms and hands, and many of them are wearing watches, bracelets, and holding the mobile phones. That's it. So what do we need to do? We need to speculate. How do you speculate? Using your specific vocabulary. What's the specific vocabulary in this case, Mario?
Hmm. Well, I don't know. A concert.
Okay, concerts, spectacles, shows, crowds, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if we wanted to describe this picture in 30 seconds, the pictures are versatile and the students can easily show C1 level in an advanced level, properly describing the pictures. And we are going to have a whole class for the pictures. I have a whole section in the document for the picture description. Okay. So in this case, we could say where the picture was taken, what is happening, how are they feeling, what are they doing, what is causing them to behave like that, etc. So all this is speculation. Again, if you limit yourself to describe the picture as a B1 student, in the picture I can see, it's not going to work because our course focus on B2 and C1 levels. I need to think about everybody, but we are especially concerned about B2 and C1 levels. Nothing wrong with having a lower level, okay? It's perfectly fine, but we are focusing on mastering your performances. All right? Continuing.
So in the preparation time, think about nouns. What things can you see? And what verbs can you think of as well? What's happening? Then when the recorder opens and you begin describing the picture, describe the picture as clearly as you possibly can. Number 3, respond to a question. Let's focus on the instructions. They say you will answer 3 questions. You have 15 seconds each to respond to questions 1 and 2. You have 30 seconds to respond to question 3.
In this case, you have 3 seconds to prepare. 1, 2, 3. That's it. So, Mario, what's your favorite? Hold on. Let me think better. What's the last dish that you cooked?
The last dish.
That you cooked?
Mm,
Answer?
Omelette.
Okay, all right, it was an omelette. So I took him by surprise. I didn't give him any instruction, and he was taken by surprise, and he threw omelette. He didn't say, I cooked an omelette yesterday. It was delicious. Right? That's what we are looking for. And again, one, two, three. It's it's no time to prepare, basically.
You will hear a context statement, such as imagine you've been asked to participate in a survey about social
These are the
media and
directions.
you have agreed to answer a few questions. So you have 15 seconds each to answer questions 1 and 2. Question number 1 might ask something like, what types of social media do you use and how often?
One, two, three, go.
I usually use Instagram on my daily life for question one.
Yeah,
And
for example, you would still have 5 seconds, but it's okay.
but
But
is
you
is
are training, you are still training.
is 15 seconds for one and two.
No, 15 seconds for one. Then they change screen.
Ah,
Question two,
okay.
do you think people expend too much time on social media these days?
Okay, okay.
One, two, three, you go.
Sorry, do you think people spend too much time on social media these days? Yes, I do agree with this statement because people's always are looking at their phones in their in at their work.
Time's over. Okay. All right. A brief reason, because in 15 seconds, when we do the third one, I will go over each one. And how has social media changed your lives? Remember that for this, you have 30 seconds.
Mhm.
One, two, three, you go.
I think social media has changed our life to the worse because we are not in touch with nature, and we don't spend time with the people we want because we are focused on our cell phones and social media.
In general.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Almost over.
And
Okay.
question number 2 might
Well done, Mario. So when once you have clear instructions and once you know very well what you have to do, it is much easier to train, because this is the first time and I'm just being a bit evil with you because I already know your level, so I know you are able to go the extra mile. All
Well,
right?
speaking is my worst part.
Okay, but I'm sure you're gonna do great. Let's continue.
ask something like, do you think people spend too much time on social media these days? You'll have 15 seconds to answer each of these questions. Question number 3 might ask something like, how has social media changed our lives? And you'll have 30 seconds to respond to question number 3. So for this one, you have to answer almost immediately. So keep your answers simple. Don't make them too complex. Concentrate on the delivery of your speech.
Concentrate on the delivery of your speech. That means that basically means immediate grammar for questions one and two. Immediate grammar. What's the immediate grammar? Mm, What types of social media do you use and how often? Immediate grammar. What types? What types? So you have to define and you need to give the names of the social media. And how often? Adverb. That's the immediate grammar. And you barely have time to speculate or to stretch. So you're gonna go, bam, straight to the point. I love watching TikTok videos because I'm very keen on animals and I love watching dogs videos. I watch them every day. Do you think people spend too much time on social media these days? Absolutely. Many people are addicted to their phones, leaving behind relationships, friends, and family. Such a pity. How has social media changed our lives? And then you did very well here. I think it changed our lives for worse. No, 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 no. And then here you can speculate a bit. But questions 1 and 2 are immediate grammar, trying to change the vocabulary a bit to show your variety of vocabulary. Because the B1 students, what the B1 students will do is that they are going to repeat what they can read. So the reasoning doesn't happen. They answer adding stuff, but they don't process, and they don't create new content for the answers. All right, questions?
Delivery of your speech. Number 4, respond to a question using information. Let's focus on the instructions. They say you will answer 3 questions based on the information provided. You'll have 15 seconds to respond to questions 1 and 2, and 30 seconds to respond to question number 3. So here is the information. You'll have 45 seconds to read this text or a text similar to this one.
Important. Don't worry about memorizing everything that it is in the text, because the text will remain on screen. Opposed to questions 5, 6, and 7, the questions will not. So you will have to focus very much on the questions, because remember, you cannot have pen, pencil, you cannot take notes, you cannot have the mobile, because the mobile is going to be focusing your keyboard. So there is no way you can take notes during the speaking test. From here, you have to try to locate at least the main parts of the information being provided, and be very attentive to the questions they are going to ask, because they are going to ask the questions only once. For this one, for question number 10, they may repeat the question sometimes. It depends on the text and on the test. Okay?
You'll have 15 seconds each to answer questions 1 and 2. So the question might ask something like, "Hi, I have some questions about the graduation ceremony. Can the graduating students arrive at the same time as the guests?" Your answer needs to be based on the text or the information in the text. Question number 2 asks, "Can guests bring young children to the ceremony?" And again, your answer needs to be based on the information in the text, and you'll have 15 seconds to respond to questions 1 and 2. Number 3 might ask a question like, "What happens after the official graduation ceremony?" And you'll have 30 seconds to answer this question using information from the text. So here you don't want to just read the information from the text aloud. You want to turn it into your own words to answer the question. Number 5,
Okay,
express an
important.
opinion. Hi.
Uh, he says, you don't want to simply read what is in front of you, right? So you have to turn whatever you see into your own words, apply the immediate grammar from the questions, and use wide range of vocabulary. Question number 10. What happens after the ceremony? And then many students, especially B1 students, after the ceremony, light refreshments and photographer to take pictures. This would be a B1 or even A2 answer. What happens after the ceremony? I'm glad to inform that the light refreshments will be served for all graduates and guests free of charge. Apart from that, everybody will everybody can take their photographs before and after the ceremony, and then you can just, I didn't read, to be honest, I didn't read while I was talking to you. Image to view online instantly. having the image on the social media, on the university social media available instantly or at the moment. So I am changing the words from the chart.
So,
Yes, Mario.
for example, in the first question was if the graduates can
Arrive.
arrive at the set time, and how do you say that with your own words?
Okay. So we can say we should say the correct answer is that they cannot. So because the information for graduates, can the graduates arrive at the same time as the guests? Oh no. Make sure that the graduate arrives at least 2.5 hours before the ceremony starts because they need to get ready, they need to get dressed, and everybody must be prepared before time, for example.
Mhm.
So, and people, we are not going to say 2.5 hours, please. It is 2.5 hours. Right? So we are going to remember how to read the numbers, how to read the numerals, how to read the hours, timetables, AM, PM, schedules, um, um, emails, web pages, phone numbers. What else? There's the at symbol, whatever, because every anything can happen in that part of the exam. And I know it is a lot of content, but we have covered everything from the beginning in the writings. It is just revising. Okay? More questions, Mario?
No.
All right. He was about to the opinion, right?
Mm,
Number 5, express an opinion. Let's focus on the instructions. They say, you will give your opinion about a specific topic. Be sure to say as much as you can. You'll have 30 seconds to prepare, then you'll have 60 seconds to speak. Next, you need to focus on the question prompt. It will say something like, although advertisements often suggest that buying products will make us happy, there are people who believe that less is more. What is your opinion towards only purchasing the things we need rather than filling our lives with unnecessary possessions? Provide reasons for your opinion. So you'll have 30 seconds to prepare your response. Then, when the microphone opens, you'll have 60 seconds to speak. 30 seconds is not much time to prepare at all. So really, whatever comes to your mind is what you're going to say on test day. Try to speak for as long as you possibly can. If you want to do some...
Okay. There is no correct and wrong answer when you give your opinion. It is exactly the same thing as for they say. It is your opinion. That is no right or wrong. What is right or wrong? Grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, nothing else. What am I supposed to answer? Whatever you think. It's your opinion, right? So in here, does this sound familiar to you? Do you think this could be an essay prompt?
yeah, of
So
course.
in here, provide reasons for your opinion, writing a minimum of 300 words for your opinion essay. It's exactly the same thing. The only thing is that you need to imagine this as a super, hyper, mega, mini, oral essay. And as I always say, no matter how short or long the text is, it needs intro, body, conclusion. I definitely agree with this statement. First of all, there are so many people that live for appearances and live for bragging that they cannot that we could not even count them. Secondly, we should always think about emergencies and have some money saved in case of need. Apart from that, apart from that, I prefer expending my money in better quality food than in anything else and enjoy it with my family. All in all, I definitely prefer living with less and saving money in case of emergencies. Ta-da! Okay?
Yeah.
Don't worry, we are gonna break everything down as we did with the writing exam. And today we are gonna focus only on questions 1 and 2 that are the reading paragraphs, okay? Reading paragraphs. And for that, I would like you to read from here until question 1 breakdown. Yeah, maybe I can read the first part and you can read from here, from down here, okay?
Okay.
Every TOEIC test set is unique. This means the questions are not repeated. Every test contains a fresh set of questions taken from an endless loop around the traditional topics used by TOEIC. Believe me, the loop is endless. This is why specific vocabulary is extremely important. Here you have a book with plenty of that vocabulary. This is the 600 essential words, remember? So the vocabulary is useful both for writing and speaking. This book is, oh my God, there's a fly here, sorry. This book is already available on the common document as well. Apart from that, there is a strong adjectives list here. The specific vocabulary list for the essays, meaning the opinion giving as well. And of course, for the pictures, because at the end, the pictures are also based on the topics of conversation and or writings. Everything goes around the same. And this link here is that channel in which they speak and you can hear the pronunciation with 50 different vocabulary topics. More or less 7-8 minutes per video. Not that bad. All right. Mastering your knowledge about the exam format is as important as your speaking skills. If you know what you are supposed to do, you are gonna hit it. During your official exam, you're not allowed to ask any questions about it. Pause it. Even if you have a bathroom emergency, you are not supposed to. Of course, I think if it is a bathroom emergency, you will need to tell the proctor, write a message and say, there's an emergency going on here, and I don't know what would happen, okay? But initially, you should not interrupt the speaking exam because it takes only 20, well, officially 14 to 15 minutes, all right? Or clarify anything. That's why we are going to break the exam down so that everybody perfectly understands what you were supposed to do in the test day. Okay? Make sure you understand what you have to do before the time comes. All the recordings of our speaking classes are posted on every channel on your Class Life platform. There are several levels of speaking, corrections, and tips in all of them. So from now on, all classes will be provided on the channels. I know it's a lot of recordings, but of course you can look only for your group, but probably you're gonna find B1 level, pre-intermediate level, advanced level. So you can just go for what you need or what you are looking for. Okay? This is part of our collaboration work. The videos are named under the group class, date and time, plus all groups. So you will easily find a class recording that belongs to your design group and use it as you please and watch as many as you want or can. Advanced students and C1 headers. Remember that speed is not always the best strategy. Change your mindset to English reasoning in every aspect. This doesn't mean you have to decrease your speaking speed, but wisely manage it with the grammar and higher level vocabulary you are supposed to show off. The same for voice volume. Okay? Sometimes the students, probably because of the nerves, some advanced students speak like to themselves, but we need to vocalize it. That doesn't mean we need to shout. I admit that as a teacher, I still speak too loud in front of the camera. This happens because I was used to teach in classrooms. Sometimes I needed microphones to teach 47 students in front of me. So years and years and years doing the same, your brain just understands that when you are teaching, you are supposed to speak loud. But with time, I am trying to manage myself and speak a little lower. It normally doesn't happen, but I try. Okay? And that's it, basically. Now you go, Mario. Q
Okay.
will always stand for questions or question. Okay?
Mhm. So speaking tips for question 1 to question 11. Don't remain silent for more than 3 seconds. Never from question 3 to 11 and avoid hesitation. Question 1 and 2. Read two paragraphs, deliver tone, intonation, stress and pronunciation.
One sec. So this is the only part of the exam that you can remain silent for more than 3 seconds. Why? Because TOEIC is not a fail pass exam. TOEIC is an informative exam in which you show your level and you are at the end informed of how proficient you are in that language, in the English language. So everybody will receive their official level of English for TOEIC, right? And because of that, the paragraphs are maybe 5, 6, 7 lines long, and an H student will not be able to finish it, but probably the C1 student will have even 10 extra seconds to read the such a paragraph. So that's the only part of the exam that you can remain silent for more than 3 seconds. All right? Go ahead, please.
Question 3 and 4. Describe a picture including relevance, specific vocabulary, and grammar with proper use of prepositions. Question 5, 6, and 7. In this part of the test, you will answer 3 questions. For each question, begin responding immediately after you hear a beep. Sometimes no preparation time is provided. In others, 3 seconds are allowed. You will have 15 seconds to respond to question 5 and 6 and 30 seconds to respond to question 7.
Okay.
Questions 8, 9, and 10. Answer to 3 questions based on information provided by a chart, picture, or letter text that remains on the screen. Question 11. Give your opinion about the topic. Structure it as structure it as a mini oral essay with intro, body, and conclusion. Use sequencing, and transitional words or phrases to well define the structure and organize your answer. You will have 30 to 45 seconds to prepare and 60 seconds to speak. This is normally enough for 2 good length paragraphs. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's break down only questions 1 and 2. Breaking down questions 1 and 2, Mario.
Read a paragraph. Deliver tone, intonation, stress, and pronunciation. What stress is? Stress, like
Stress
in
and
Spanish?
pronunciation. So stress, um, I will read this sentence for you. Take a breath at full stops and wait a moment when you come to a blank line between paragraphs. Do you notice that my reading does like this? My reading is not take a breath at full stops and wait a moment when you come to a blank line between paragraphs.
Mhm.
Take a breath at full stops and wait a moment when you come to a blank line between paragraphs. So the stress is different from intonation and punctuation. Normally, you stress the words that are more important. The typical example is, can you read the sentence? Can you read the sentence for me?
The cat is on the table.
Can you read it again?
Well, the cat is on the cat is on the table.
The cat is on the table. The cat is on the table, right? So
Yeah.
depending on how you stress your sentence, you're going to give a meaning or the other. This is stress.
Mhm. Okay.
Of course, I am over exaggerating,
Yeah, yeah.
but we don't need to do that when we read for TOEIC, of course. All right.
Mhm. Deliver tone and and eh?
An ad,
And what is up?
advertisement.
And but okay. And add question mark.
No, hold on, hold on, hold on. I will read it.
Ah, okay,
Deliver
okay, okay.
tone, an ad, a retirement invitation, a
Okay.
funeral invitation. How do you read each type of text?
I wasn't understanding.
Okay.
An ad, a retirement invitation, a funeral invitation. How do you read each type of text?
Okay.
Intonation. Take a breath at full stop and wait a moment when you come to a blank line between paragraphs. With a question mark, our tone of voice usually rises a little at the end of the sentence. For an exclamation mark, you end the sentence forcefully, whether that whether that be with formality, excitement, joy, respect, etc. Uh,
Stress.
Stress. Proper stress in reading involves emphasizing certain syllables or words to convey meaning and rhythm. It's about making some syllables louder, higher in pitch, and or longer than others. This helps listeners understand the message and distinguish between words.
And pronunciation. Something important here that I want to mention. Mm, one thing is pronunciation, and the other thing is accent. Do Indian people speak bad English?
No, no.
No, they don't. They just
Yeah, it's
speak
because of the
it,
accent.
they just speak with Indian accent, right? And they
Yeah.
even move their head like this because it's part of their body language, their culture, their whatever. And they are super fluent in English. They grow up bilingual. They go to school in English and in Indian or whatever language because they have like I think they have 1,000 languages in India or dialects, whatever. But they are fluent in English. They domain the language very much.
Mhm.
So it is important to understand. However, Lucy, then I can speak as I want because please, people don't hate me, okay? So in I'm trying to look for the words, okay? Hold on. Um, some students don't say McDonald's, right? They say
Mm.
McDonald's. It's not McDonald's, it's McDonald's, right? It's McDonald's, McDonald's. So this is pronunciation, and this is a pronunciation mistake. We cannot say that McDonald's is McDonald's in Spanish. No, it doesn't exist McDonald's in Spanish. McDonald's is McDonald's in English. We like it or not. Just the same thing. What can we say? For example, something tortilla. Tortilla española. Yummy. I love tortilla española. I love Spanish tortilla. I don't like Spanish tortilla or tortilla or tortilla. No, I love Spanish tortilla because that's how you say the word tortilla. And all
Mm-hmm.
the planet knows the dish Spanish tortilla, right? So
Yeah.
there's no translation. We can say Spanish omelette, but it's not an omelette, it's a tortilla.
Okay.
It's something like that I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So although many people were raised saying, in English, in Spanish, no, the names don't have translation. Jose is Jose in any language, and McDonald's is McDonald's in any language. We are not going to change it just because it's easier for the native people to say it, right? So
Okay.
here we have specific info about the pronunciation. All right. Then, still, sorry, I need to insist. For example, the R's. The R's. We had something before, right? So if a student says, read, read a paragraph, or read a paragraph, that's not accent. That's pronunciation. It's read a paragraph. And if you read the R's like that, you are committing pronunciation mistakes. And I can perfectly understand you, and your examiner can perfectly understand you, but your pronunciation marks will be a little bit lower. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can you continue, please?
Yes. How can I improve my English pronunciation? Listen and write. Take a short clip from a song, film, show, or audio file. Speak and check. This is the reverse of the previous tip. Record yourself. Prepare a few sentences and record yourself saying them using your phone. Uh, learn, pronun-
Sorry.
learn pronunciation symbols. Focus on confusing sounds and practice with that video.
Just a sec. The symbols are, for example, at, and, mm,
In English, do you call that and?
and.
A and D?
Yes,
Huh?
I use it. I use it all over the document. I don't know if I'm gonna
Yeah,
find.
yeah,
Yes, right. Do you remember, right?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
instead
It,
of writing black and white, you can say black and white. So if
yes,
you come across this in the reading, you're gonna say and.
I am asking because in programming that is used a lot, and we call that ampersand.
It
But
is
I
ampersand. It
but
is
I thought
ampersand.
that the name in English was ampersand.
No, no, the
The
name is ampersand, but you read
okay,
it
okay.
as and.
Okay, okay, okay.
Like this is the at sign,
Mm-hmm.
and we read it at. Read at or read at.
So
This is the
if
ampersand, but it is read and, right?
uh-huh.
For example, for instance, we
Okay, okay. In Spanish it is called, do you know?
know.
It is
Oh,
et.
this is called at?
Et.
Really?
Yeah. Et.
Ah, from Latin.
Yeah.
Okay, well, makes sense.
It doesn't have an Spanish translation.
Mhm. All right, interesting. Okay, and number five?
Focus on confusing
Okay, why do
sounds.
we need to focus on confusing sounds? Because, as I said, I don't remember. I don't remember if I said it. But you are gonna notice while we practice, you are going to notice as there are traps even for the readings. They are gonna present you with the tongue twisters, los trabalenguas, several R's together, several whatever, several T's together, several sounds that the students are likely to be confused about to make it a bit harder.
Mhm.
Okay? So let's practice with this one. Shall we, Mario?
Yeah.
Aloud. The test, you will read aloud the text on the
My
screen.
camera goes off, your
You will
mic
have
goes on.
45 seconds to prepare. Then you will
My camera and micro goes off and you stay on, right? Okay,
Okay,
so
good.
students watching, you do the same. But when Mario starts reading, you should be reading yourself. So you probably will have to turn the volume completely down, read and record yourself because you have to listen to yourself. No one can practice speaking if they don't listen to themselves. You have to listen to yourself and you have to foresee what your examiner will probably or how your examiner will assess you. And again, I think it is the time when everybody should be joining the classes. So please, if you can find the time, join the speaking practices classes. You are more than welcome to join only for half an hour, whatever. Okay, let's go.
have 45 seconds to read the text aloud. Begin preparing now.
The origin begins because with a treasure trove of the text must be stand expansions, offering a feast for the sense, delve into the vivid story of new, with life's inner stories, the most beautiful moment, admire the delicate craftsmanship of intricate porcelain vases, infinity, wander through halls dedicated to the wonders of science, the museum weaves a rich tapestry of knowledge and meditation.
Begin reading aloud now.
The museum, the museum beacons with a treasure trove of artistic masterpieces that span genres, offering a feast for the sense. Delve into the vivid strokes of renowned painters whose canvases breathe life into history's most pivotal moments. Admire the delicate craftsmanship of intricate porcelain vases, a testament to human ingenuity. Wander through halls dedicated to the wonders of science, where interactive displays ignite curiosity. With every step, the museum waves a rich tapestry of knowledge, inviting you to explore the boundless spectrum of human achievement.
Begin
Ya-
preparing now.
Effective of 2023, our passport will be relocated into a new improved facility within the Astoria building. This move is aimed at enhancing our service to provide you with a more efficient, comfortable experience to help your passport application process. We apologize for any temporary inconvenience during this transition. We look forward to serving you at our new location and continue to fulfill your travel documentation needs. Astoria building.
Begin reading aloud now.
Atten- Attention all applicants and visitors. Kindly note that effective August 20, 2023, our passport department will be relocating to a new and improved facility within the Astoria building. This move is aimed at enhancing our services to provide you with a more efficient and comfortable experience during your passport application process. We apologize for any temporary inconvenience during this transition. We look forward to serving you at our new location and continuing to fulfill your travel documentation needs. Eso, bro.
Okay, I let the both questions to finish
Mhm.
because when you do the official exam, the recording starts, they record your performance, and there is absolutely no interaction at all.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah,
The
a little
first
bit,
one
but
was sorry.
difficult, right? It is a
Yeah,
bit,
yeah.
it's not easy because there's a lot of tongue twisters.
Hmm. Very, very
Um,
difficult in my opinion.
I would try. There is one even harder than this. Oh my God, I'm still looking for it. I love it because the students like to challenge me. So it is nice to learn together. All right, I would do it because one, we can correct whatever needs correction. You don't need a lot of corrections, but maybe the students that were reading, they like to have the student uh, performance. Okay.
Then you will have 45 seconds to read the text aloud. Begin preparing now. Begin reading aloud now.
The museum beckons with a treasure trove of artistic masterpieces that span genres, offering a feast for the senses. Delve into the vivid strokes of renowned painters whose canvases breathe life into history's most pivotal moments. Admire the delicate craftsmanship of intricate porcelain vases, a testament to human ingenuity. Wonder Truth halls dedicated to the wonders of science, where interactive displays ignite curiosity. With every step, the museum weaves a rich tapestry of knowledge, inviting you to explore the boundless spectrum of human achievement. What I
Begin
do
preparing now.
well, there's the word that was kind of hard for me, so I do it because that's how you prepare for the reading.
Mhm.
This one is not very hard, I think. It's
No,
quite
not that much.
no. Maybe the names we have to be careful with the names. Then students, if you are training and you know that obviously I'm going to create a bank of videos, and every time you train, be careful with the names, and the videos also bring corrections. I will talk about it later.
Begin reading aloud now.
Attention all applicants and visitors. Kindly note that effective August 20th, 2023, our passport department will be relocating to a new and improved facility within the Astoria building. This move is aimed at enhancing our services to provide you with a more efficient and comfortable experience during your passport application process. We apologize for any temporary inconvenience during this transition. We look forward to serving you at our new location and continuing to fulfill your travel documentation needs. So in this case, it would be all right having those 10 extra seconds. That's fine. I would
And
I would have preferred
In this
reading
part of the
that
test,
bit slower. Okay, so as you can see, even if the readings are hard, there is time. I'm still gonna find the demoniac reading because there was one year that wow, it was very hard. The advanced, even I had a hard time to read within the time, and the students were like challenging. Everybody was challenging everybody to read that freaking paragraph in time, but it was like precisely calculated. Okay, so it is a matter of training.
Yeah.
All right, Mario, that's all for today. You can try to read. Well, maybe hold on, just let me check one thing because I don't remember if I have the bank on this document or not. I'm not sharing. uh, I remembered. Okay, so at this point, if the students are not surprised as they will in the exam, it is not proper training. I've just remembered. So it is better not to go into the channels I use. So let's say that I will use this channel here.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? So many things open here. Okay, let's say that this channel here is mine during the classes, and you can use any other. Okay, so we can keep this one for me, and the students can use any other channels. For
Okay.
example, E2, for example, uh, uh, let me go to my personal profile. Hold on. YouTube. This TOEIC for skills, for example, and this channel brings the answers, okay, and you can freely train.
Okay.
However, if you want to train the whole exam, just a sec, my alarm is chiming. If you want to train for the whole exam, make sure that you read the breakdown before so that you look for and you try to do whatever you were supposed to in order to master your performance. Okay, for the
Mm-hmm.
moment, I will paste this here for you to use. Students, students can use this channel to train on their own. I'll fix it later. Okay? So you can use that and any other that is not the white and purple one.
Okay.
So that unless until we finish this, then you can be surprised by the pictures, especially by the pictures, the readings, and the questions. Because if you know what you have to talk about, you are not properly training.
Yeah.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, feel free to use that one then. All right, Mr. Mario, any questions?
Not for now.
Okay. So I hope you have a lovely end of Blue Monday and that you feel better on Wednesday.
I will.
Bye bye, Mario.
Thank you,
Take
Lucy.
care.
Bye.
Bye bye.